Hey guys, it's Railroader Cabal here in Clash of Legions to do another 1 versus 1 video commentary. Finally, I'm on vacation, and lots of vacation going to be coming up here, and then lots of time for video commentaries. So we're going to be in this game here on the map Guardian's Hideout, and we actually got a pretty decent game coming up here. So let's get this game started. Here we go, and then in the top right we have 77 Shadow 77 from the Espada clan. Up here playing as a cyan color, and then down in the bottom left uh, playing as the red color. We got Goodwind from some Russian alliance that I cannot pronounce, unfortunately. A lot of these players, because this is a game that's like developed from Russia, a lot of these players are Russian, so it's pretty hard for. Yeah, see, there you go. There's Russian. So I'm sorry that I can't pronounce that because I don't know what it says. But yeah, this game here is all about the Russian developers. So a lot of players are Russian, so it's pretty hard for an English-speaking caster like myself to pronounce a lot of these names. So I apologize if I butcher some names, but let's see here. So Goodwind, let's see. So he's got Swift and he's got Blizzard for his spell cards, and then for his barracks he's got healers, imps, primancers, rogues, rogue skulls, and knights. So that's a pretty standard, brawly kind of comp here. And then for Shadow, what do you got? So Shadow, you got Temptation and you got Smoke as your spell cards, and you got healer, Gnoll, High Priest, Primancer, and orcs and orc or no, sorry, wolf riders. Yes. So that's like an anti-air deck. I mean, your only brawl comp card is your Gnoll, so that's what he's building right now. He's got two barracks out on the field, and he's going to be popping out a couple of Gnolls and then a couple of Primasters. And then what are you doing, Goodwind? You're going to be doing the same thing. You place down a level 8 tower just to protect against those imps. I don't even think that Shadow even has any imps in his deck. No, he doesn't. So he doesn't have to worry about the imp spam. But Shadow does have to worry about the imp spam because Goodwin has imps in his deck, and these are level 8 imps, so he should be relatively good. Does he have? I don't think he has. Okay, he does have watchtowers in his deck. Every player should have watchtowers in their deck. It should be this common because if you need to have like a defensive building in your deck, doesn't matter if it's like an ice tower or a watchtower, mainly watchtowers because they're so cheap to build and or like electronic towers. But we see our first owl coming out here on the field from Goodwin just to scour across the map to see if he can find any units in the center half of this map here. This map is actually quite decent. I think it's a 2v2 map if I'm not mistaken, but Guardian's Hideout can be played as a 1v1 game, and I like this map. It's a nice design. You can have two attack routes, and then good thing for speaking of good attack routes, good thing for Goodwin, he's placing a watchtower just to guard this one area here, just in case some sneaky imps or something like that comes from the north side of his base is not watching. So we see our first owl coming out here, and he's going to reveal the fact that he has imps on the field. So this is going to be indicating that Shadow needs to build anti-air defenses like watchtowers. There's the watchtower, but he does have Primates on the field, and he has his high priest, so he should be able to just put up the shields and then use his high Primasters to destroy those imp spam. No problems there. So Goodwind, I'm not sure if he has any indication that is going to be getting attacked by a bunch of Gnolls, but Shadow does not know where. Oh, yeah, I'm pretty sure he knows where Goodwind is. I think he notices that they're right here, so that's why he's going to be just in case finds out if there's an expansion here, which is not. So he's going to be attacking with his Gnolls here, and he has quite a bit of them. He's got like what 6, 7 Gnolls here, and then he also has a copper Primaster, so they should take care of that tower no problems. And this might be bad news for Goodwind. I don't think he has a lot of air defenses here. He does have a Skull Rogue, so these Skull Rogues here should be able to take care of the Gnolls quite nicely because there's no anti-stealth here. There's no owls here to detect these rogues, and now these rogues are just going to cause us some major headaches. A couple of slices from these rogues. Wow, look how tough. Those rogues just absolutely decimated all those prime monsters, and Shadow needs to get the hell out of there. He knows there's going to be rogues in this forest here, so he's got to get the hell out of there, save as many of his gnolls as possible, and then he needs owls, and he needs them now so that he can be able to spot these skull rogues. I'm not sure why they're called skull rogues. I think a better name would probably be rogue skulls. I think that'd probably be a better name, but I'm not the developer of this game. I don't know what. That's just my opinion. But now those rogues saved Goodwin's ass pretty heavily because with those rogues calls, I guarantee would have been GG right then and there. But here comes an owl here, so this will be stealth detection for those Gnolls, and then Shadow just basically is building up a lot of Gnolls here. He's got 3 barracks, which is pretty good, but those Gnolls are going to have to deal with another base that's going to be coming up here, and another tower has been built, unfortunately, though, so that's going to be destroying all those, not to destroy, not doing any damage to those Gnolls, but unfortunately these Rogue Skulls have to do a lot of damage, but because of the Owl, it's going to be a lot of trouble here, and Goodwin is just using his boosts and using his boots to try to take care of that owl so that he can use Rogue Skulls and then just destroy all those Prime Masters, which is very good. Now all these Gnolls are just going to get frozen with all the with the Blizzard. He's able to move his goblins to the side here just to protect against those Gnolls here, and then those Rogue Skulls and Imps will be able to take care of those Gnolls no problems here. So two failed attacks there by Shadow, and good awareness there by Goodwind, who was able to take care of that owl just to deny the stealth detection so that those rogues can get in and those imps and just destroy the rest of the prime monsters, and then therefore destroy all of the Gnolls there from Shadow. So that's pretty good. So now Goodwind has an idea of what he wants to do now. He did lose a little bit of goblins, but now he's going to be able to place down as many watchtowers as he possibly can just to defend against those Gnolls are coming up to his base, and there's still quite a bit of minerals here, so he can rebuild all those goblins, but he does have a second base here, which I don't think Shadow even knows that he's there. But now because those rogues are going to be a big problem for Shadow, he's going to have to maybe build a couple of owls because he has to keep that owl safe because Goodwind will do everything in his power to destroy that owl so that his rogues can just wreak havoc on Shadow's Gnolls. But now Shadow is going to go for a second base of his own. He's going to be placing down another watchtower here. So Shadow was denied 2 attacks, and he wasted a lot of his economy just to try to get into the base of Goodwind. And he did do a lot of damage. Don't get me wrong, he did a lot of damage, but he wasn't able to finish the game right then and there. So he's going to be able to. He needs some more economy, and then this castle here. Luckily for I don't think. Yeah, luckily for everybody else who plays Gnolls, they don't have to deal with gas, so you can build as many Gnolls as possible as long as you have some minerals. But now that one owl's been spotted again, he does know that there's imps still on the field here. There's 2 owls actually from Goodwind, so he's able to scour the map with 1 and then have stealth detection as well for 2. But like I was saying with Shadow, though, he needs a couple of owls just to keep himself safe. He's got 2 owls here, one with his forest and one that's going to be defending this castle here, so that those, just in case those rogues do decide to go in and then do some harassment there about the goblins, but as well that watchtower can detect stealth, so is able, and then rogue skulls armor is very weak. They only has 187 health, so that's like what, one full whack from those Gnolls or something. I can't remember what the actual stat is, but those rogue skulls are very very weak. So now these prime masters are just doing a little bit of damage to those imps. He did lose 1 imp, but now this is going to be an interesting battle here to see what Shadow can do. He's going to be dealing with that 1 watchtower again, and now that 1 owl has been destroyed, he's going to be able to hopefully keep that 1 owl alive so that he can do a lot of damage to Goodwind's base. Goodwind's got to play this very safe. He used his boots there a little bit too fast, and now he's going to use his blizzard to come in and then destroy those primates. He does have a couple knights here, so those knights are going to be going. Oh no, he uses the temptation. He uses temptation, and then that's going to be huge. And now that one knight's going to be under control of Shadow. That was a brilliant move there, and now he's going to be able to destroy as many of these forests as possibly can. He does have to deal with those rogue skulls, though, so that's a little bit of a problem there. I'm not sure where his owl is. His owl is right there, so he's going to be keeping his prime monsters safe, but at the same time, now these knights here are going to be destroying a lot of all these prime monsters. Knights have a lot of health, just so you know. He tried to use a smoke spell just to do a little bit more damage, and they actually do some damage. Actually destroys all those rogues, which is quite nice. These healers there as well, trying to heal those rogues, but unfortunately it does not do any much damage. 1 Gnoll remains, as well as 4 more prime masters, and actually it's almost just like a stalemate, but I'm not sure if he needed that to use those boots there. I think he probably did, just to get rid of as many those last remaining prime masters, but more defenses are going up here. Wow, Goodwin is really playing the defensive game. He's really bringing in Shadow, and he's really bringing him to his base and just trying to finish him off. So it is really interesting to note that Goodwin is just playing the defensive game. He is losing, a lot of his army, but at the same time, though, he's making Shadow expend a lot more resources than him. So now he's going to go back to basics. Wolf Riders are out in the field now, hopefully to deal with those imps, because those prime monsters just keep getting attacked there by those rogue skulls, and he can't break into the base of Goodwin because he tries and then he fails. It's Goodwin's just playing his defensive game to his full extent, and he's doing a really good job at it too. But now more prime masters are being built from those barracks now, as well as more Gnolls. I think this is like the one frontline unit that a lot of pro players, well, even amateur players, are building these Gnolls because they know that they're very good. We see a couple imps in the second base here from Goodwin, and he's doing a little bit of goblin harassment to finish off a couple goblins just for the cause. Not too serious, but he actually did a lot of damage. I think he had 8 goblins on that field, and he's down to 2. One of them is on the gas there, so that was actually a very good attack there by Goodwin. So decent job there. Using his boots again, not sure why. Oh yeah, he's bringing his imps to the north half of the field there because he sees that Shadow is about to finish construction on his third castle, and then he needs to attack that goblin just before the base finishes. And will he be able to finish it? No, he will not. So that tower is about to be destroyed, or that one castle about to be destroyed. But Shadow's bringing in his Prime Masters to finish the job. And I think if he's Goodwin's lucky, he's able to destroy all these Prime Masters. But don't think he's going to take the risk. There is a Wolf Rider, and Wolf Riders deal a significant amount of damage to imps at long range, so he's probably okay with that. But Shadow will be able to finish off that castle. Just as long as he brings a goblin here, he needs to protect it, which he is doing right now. He's bringing in a goblin from his main base and just hopefully finish that off. Goodwin is actually working on his third expansion here at the this base here. So I think now that I think about it, I think this might be 1v1 map. But more imps here in the second base here, and then Shadow is doing. Oh my God, Shadow's about to lose a bunch of his goblins. This is not good from Shadow. He wasn't able to defend his goblins very well. His army is so far out of position. He even boosted his Prime Masters to hopefully deal with a lot of damage, but that was a waste. And he is starting to destroy the imps now, but with the boots, he was able to push those imps away and deal a lot of damage to Shadow's goblins because his main base is mined out. Goblin's main base is almost mined out. He's able to get his second operations going at the second base, and also another one at his third base. But the owls here spawning it out, so Shadow is going to be able to destroy that one castle. So that operations are not going to be going much well. But same thing for Shadow. His third base is under attack now by these imps, and then that's not going to be able to do that much damage. So Goodwind, playing the defensive game, is now on the offensive with his imps, and he's able to do a lot of damage to Shadow's forces. He does have to deal with this one army here. If Goodwind can finish off this one army here from Shadow, then he's able to destroy. Then he will win the game for sure. But Goodwind is maxed out on units. He has to deal with this one attack here, and he does spot with his owl, so his armor is out of position. But here come the knights here. He's gonna be coming in. Will Shadow uses temptation on one of the knights here? He probably needs to use it, but I don't think he has the economy to do so. Oh no, he uses it. No, he doesn't. I thought he did, but that's just a blizzard. All those knights just get absolutely massacred. But it wasn't doing much damage from those prime masters. But here comes the imps from the backside. I think he uses the boots, and hopefully that'll take care of those prime masters. These are all heavily damaged prime masters, believe it or not. And then these imps are just taking care of them. No problems there. Level 8 imps versus level 6 prime masters, not so good. And all that's left are these gnolls. Goodwin played it very cool there. He played it very right. And all those, all there is left is just gnolls. And Shadow just cannot do anything about this. He doesn't have any anti-air to speak of. And he's all out of economy. He has no goblins anywhere on the field. He has a couple of them at his gas, but that's about it. These imps are going to finish off the base. I think this might be GG there for Shadow. I don't think he can't come back from this. He has one more Prime Master left on the field, but once this goes down, I can guarantee that's GG for Shadow, and then that is it. Goodwind with the defensive game is able to pull out the win against 77 Shadow. So let's take a look at the stats here. So Goodwin has way more minerals collected than Shadow. That's very good. 12,108 to 79 to 97,040. And then gas collected 4,000 compared to 3,000, so an extra $1,000 gas collected for Goodwind. And we see units summoned 144 to 106. So Goodwind was able to use the imp spam to his full effect and defeated 99 units compared to 176 units. So 44,233 to Goodwind, and then Shadow had 33,954. So that's like 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 10. It's 11,000 in favor of Goodwind. Okay, so there's your game on what map was that called? Guardians. I got to get used to these maps. Guardians Hideout. Okay, so hope you guys enjoyed that game. My name is Cabal, and I'll see you guys next time.